Video that was supposed to go on the first. We've just been traveling so much lately. We were in Vegas for Thanksgiving. Some crazy stuff's been happening. If you know what I'm talking about, some accusations on TikTok. It's been exhausting. It's been exhausting. Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15.
The week for $9 lobster rolls. I think we got a lobster roll, a fried.
Today's video is another family vlogging video and also from TikTok. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I absolutely hate family vloggers. And the simple reason is I don't agree with children being filmed without their consent and adults making money off of their children in this way. Now, this video, the mother's called Hannah and she goes by two other names. She's called Nurse Hannah on TikTok and also the 17 Diapers mum. So, what made her go so viral? Well, it was a video about 17 diapers. So without further ado, let's watch it and you'll understand why everyone is talking about Hannah.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15. I don't want a diaper pail or a diaper genie or whatever they're called. They just kind of get thrown around my house and then we just collect them in a bag at the end of the day and take them out to the dumpster. So I've been solo parenting for the last 24 hours, so we're gonna see how many dirty diapers we have just lying around with two kids. I promise you, I'm not even exaggerating, this has only been 24 hours. So I'm counting just 4 diapers right here on the coffee table.
4 on the coffee table. Who puts their nappies or diapers, as you call them, on a coffee table? I can honestly say I have never ever put one on a coffee table, and I am a mum of 4 children. I didn't have a diaper pail either. We had things called nappy bags, and you put each nappy in it as you used the nappy, and these nappy bags made it so that the nappies didn't smell and you could put them in with your regular trash. That is a rubbish excuse that you're using already, Hannah.
I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers lying around my house. No wonder my house friggin' stinks right now.
The original video was pretty long and I have edited out quite a bit of it, but believe me, there were diapers in every single room. They were in the hallway, in her bedroom, they were just everywhere. And she says it's no wonder the house stunk. Well, what do you expect when you have got 17 diapers lying around? But the thing is, in the next video, she totally contradicts herself.
If I'm being real, those diapers don't really stink and they're not really that full anyway.
As we can see, she's saying they didn't really stink. Let's be realistic here. If you've got a diaper that has been there for 24 hours, regardless of what the contents were, it is going to stink. And the thing is, she has got 2 children. She's got a baby that is only a few weeks old and a child who is just under 2. So you're telling me that that 2-year-old never at any point picked up any of those diapers? Because if that's what you're trying to convince me of, you can't, because I just won't believe you. Now, I understand a lot of people in her comments when this video first came out were defending her because, like I've just said, she has got a baby that is only, I believe, 3 weeks old when this video was made. So she could be suffering from postpartum depression, which is real. You know, a lot of people get it, but they still don't generally leave 17 diapers lying around, especially when they've got an older child. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, you are the parent to 2 children. not just this newborn baby who's not obviously going to go anywhere near the diapers. So you do have a responsibility to both of your children.
17 diapers exploded so much more than I ever thought it would.
Before the 17 diapers video, Hannah had been making TikToks for quite a while, but she didn't really blow up until this video. And there she's saying it took her by surprise. Wow. This video is going to take a lot darker turn, and the footage is going to become more disturbing in my opinion. So I'm going to give you a trigger warning here. Some of the things that you are going to see in this video are disgusting, and the treatment of her older child from here on it becomes heinous, awful, some of the worst I have ever seen. So if that is going to trigger you, then please click off now.
It's currently 22 degrees outside, but it feels like 8 degrees. And we're venturing out of the house with 2 kids because I am stupid. This is how cold the car is. This is literally, it turned winter in like 0.2 days, and this kid doesn't have a big jacket, so I need to find him a big jacket. What, your shoes coming off? I'm sorry, but I can't spend $35 on a toddler jacket. I know he needs one.
That poor little boy was shivering and shaking with cold, and he was trying to pull the blanket off of the baby because he was so cold. Now, people obviously called out Hannah in the comments for this video as well. But now we're going to see how much Hannah and her husband, how much money they have per month, and how much money they waste on trivial things. And she is literally standing there and saying she cannot justify paying $35 for a jacket for her child, who she freely admits desperately needs it. Now, personally, when I had children, regardless of what age they were, I made sure they had the appropriate clothing for the weather conditions. It doesn't matter how quickly it turns cold, it's the fact that it has. And most responsible parents go out prepared for the conditions.
Before I pay any bills or spend any money, I always pay 10% in tithing back to the church. I'm going to round up this week to $600 even. Lately, I have been contemplating doing 5% to the church and 5% towards something else. Obviously, giving to a charity, giving to the homeless or something like that. I just haven't decided yet. We'll see. That's for another day.
So you can be charitable and give to the homeless, which is a good thing to do, but you can't buy your son a jacket, and you're giving $600 to the church. Well, the reason they're doing that is because they are Mormons, and I don't know much about it, but I do know they donate to the church. But personally, I've always believed that charity begins at home. So you give your children and yourselves the things you need in order to live properly before you give money to anybody else, surely. And please believe me when I say you haven't seen and heard anything yet. This situation gets a million times worse.
My husband spent $1,500 on hunting supplies.
Yet a $35 jacket from Walmart is too much of an expense for you.
Yes, you heard that right. That lady said that they spent $1,500 on hunting supplies so Hannah's husband could go out hunting. I mean, where are your priorities? Because I'm sorry to say, but they're obviously not with your children, are they? But it gets even worse. That was a video that was deleted from Hannah's TikTok account. And as you can see, the dad is handing the little boy some ice cream, and he is flinching. He looks absolutely terrified. And the reason why that could possibly be happening really scares me to death. And it's one I really don't want to think about. So I'm going to let somebody else who knows a lot more about this kind of situation say why they think this could possibly be happening.
That's a trauma response. I'm gonna do my best to be like Jen Hamilton right now and tell you. My name is Maddie. I worked as a BHT for several years with kids all the way from ages like 3 to 18 who had severe SHSI, abuse, neglect, everything you could think of, okay? I'm not a doctor, therapist, nurse, trauma, nothing. I was a BHT. We spent up to 14 hours or more with those same kids every single day during their treatment stays. One of the things we saw all the time was if we moved too quickly, they would jerk. It's a fight or flight trauma, the look in their eyes. When I saw that video, I immediately flashed back to being on the pre-ad unit whenever I would get in a hurry cleaning up toys and one of the kids would happen to be by me and I would like move too quickly and they would do that.
Well, we've seen that explanation. Obviously, that's not the only one. There could be others, and I'm just going to leave you to draw your own conclusions there. But to be honest, the situation becomes even more dire because there is going to be evidence of the child not being fed correctly in the next video. There we can see that the little boy's hand is being flicked away as if to say, no, this is our food, not your food. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand the fact that he could have been fed earlier. But the thing that leads me to believe that may not possibly be the case is going to be what is said in this video.
After taking our toddler to the park today for over 2 hours, we deserved a sweet treat. And that sweet treat was this most delicious raspberry sweet bun. This thing was so freaking good. And the best part is that James, my toddler, was watching a show on my phone in the back seat and he didn't even notice and he didn't even ask for it. I did feel bad, so I did give him a tiny little piece. Because honestly, this will probably be his lunch because it's already past nap time. So when we go home, we're going straight to bed. Mama doesn't mess around with nap time. We are not missing nap time around here.
You are both sitting there eating that donut and you are saying that your son didn't even notice because he was watching your phone and you felt bad, so you gave him the tiniest little piece and that was all the child was getting for his lunch because nap time was far more important. What the hell kind of parent are you? Well, my answer to that question is you're an absolutely disgusting, diabolical, horrible parent, and you do not deserve to have children because it is your responsibility to take care of them. And that actually includes feeding them. And this mother even locks this poor little boy in his bedroom every day.
Anyways, this morning I sat on the couch and edited my new YouTube video for seriously like 45 minutes. I'm learning YouTube. It's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different thing with editing. So go check out my YouTube channel to give that some love.
There we can see Hannah unlocking her son's bedroom door. And she freely admits in many videos that she locks it on a regular basis. Now, if you think for 1 minute this is the worst content she's put out, you would actually be wrong. There is an awful lot more, but I just can't subject you to any more of it because it is absolutely sickening. And this is part of the reason why I absolutely abhor family vloggers, because they take advantage of their children so that their accounts get views like we are seeing now on the screen, and they make an awful lot of money from them to the detriment of their children, which is absolutely abhorrent. That's the end of this video. I know it was a horrible subject, but please give my video a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ta for now.